Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Jace Race 2025 is Saturday, June 7th at the North Mahaska Junior Senior High School in New Sharon. The 5K starts at 8 a.m., followed by the 1 mile fun run. To sign up, use the links on the North Mahaska Education Foundation's Facebook page. Pre-registration guarantees you a t-shirt, but you can also sign up the day of the race. There will be some giveaways and first place prizes. In memory of Jace Carrico, who passed in 2008, the Carrico family appreciates the community's support.
Southern Iowa, it's rodeo time. The 2025 Albia Chamber Main Street Rodeo returns Saturday, June 7th at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. Rogue Rodeo brings us 8 thrilling events, a bull ride showdown, comedy from Ronald Burton, and the dazzling Diamonds and Dust performance. Gates open at 5 p.m. for food, fun, and high-energy action await. Tickets on sale now at albiachambermainstreet.org. Adults $15 in advance, $20 at the gate. Kids only $10. Saddle up for a night of tradition and thrill. Don't miss it.
Neil,
Hey man, what's up?
you want to do some radio?
Radio? I haven't been on the radio for a long time. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Cool.
Skunk River Radio. Let's get skunky.
Welcome to this edition of Morgan You Asked For podcast. Monday night, a little bit earlier, and that is because I believe, and Trev is not the one that told me this, but Trev's coming back and this week, so he'll be here for the weekend and everything. So that's good. So we're getting it out of the way tonight so we can get on the road and travel and head this way this week.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I told you I was coming home for Memorial Day weekend. So
You might have. I forgot. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I got some customers to see tomorrow, then get on the road Wednesday, be back, Wednesday night sometime. And then Thursday to Tuesday, I think I'll be back, play some golf, and good to see everybody. So looking forward to it.
No, it should be good. I was with Cody tonight. So, so he's getting the room ready for you, Trev, and ready for an exciting long weekend.
Yeah, there we go. No, it should be fun. Hopefully the rain holds off. I know you guys, I think you're getting some today, tomorrow. Hopefully this weekend it's nice enough to golf. I mean, I see it's maybe going to be in the 60s this weekend, it looks like.
Yeah, it's not as good as it's been. Today it's actually, if something would happen right now, we are in a thunderstorm right now. There's thunder and lightning outside and everything. So if for some reason that I'm gone, that's probably why. I lost the internet, I lost power or something, but we need the rain. It's been super dry here and super warm. This is more normal, but it was chilly today. We went up and played a practice round for our regional final, which is on Wednesday. Went up to Copper Creek and Pleasant Hill. It was not raining up there, but it was cold and windy. But here it was cold, windy, and rain most of the day here in Ottumwa. So, and then tomorrow is supposed to be more of the same, and then it's kind of supposed to be hit or miss all week and not super warm.
So before we get started on our list of topics, how's what's your team looking like for golf? And then also Zach posted again. Do you know when and where he's playing next, his team?
Yeah. So, my team we're better this year. We probably, not going to get to the state tournament. One of my girls would have to play a superb round. We're not going to get there as a team. I got a couple girls that, if they play their best career round, and some things kind of go haywire, they could get in individually. We're up there today, and for being wet and windy and cold, the greens are super fast still. We were right there. All right.
You there? Morgan might have blown away from the storm. Rest in peace, Morgan. You there?
All right, I might be back. I told you that might happen. I'm going to try to get Trevor back here. We're going to keep going here, but yeah, my golf team is above average, but it's going to take a lot. And our friend Zach Tremmel did qualify for the state tournament today with his boys team on back at my home course where I grew up playing, Crestwood Hills in Anita, Iowa. I think it was a 3-way tie, and his team was one of the ones that go on. And he's going to play next week in Waterloo for a chance to win a state title for him. And I think they have a chance. You never know. It's a 2-day tournament, which is not normal for high school golf, but it does, it gets, if he's got a couple kids that can play really well, one of them being his son, Jordan Tremmel, that place really high. And I think he could finish very close to the top there. We're trying to get Trevor back here. I just sent him another link. Our StreamYard is going there, but yeah. And it's been crazy. We haven't had any weather issues really all year for golf. And then we get to the last week of the season. And like I said, the weather wasn't great today. It doesn't look great tomorrow. It doesn't look great Wednesday, and kind of cool throughout. But is what it is. That's why, we do practice and stuff in early season. And like I talked to the girls today about it, it's why we buy them rain gear, and it's why we have that equipment and the nice stuff that we do have, and we're very lucky for that. We have some great people that support us at Ottumwa Golf, able to make that happen for the girls. So hopefully get Trevor back here. Our topics today are going to be Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark in the Fever Sky game, then Final Four in the NBA, and then Scotty wins, and then Brock Purdy getting his big contract that we talked about.
You there?
Trev, I told you it's going to happen.
You're.
I called it before it even happened.
I think your internet's cutting out pretty good. I lost you there for a bit, so I left. But looks like you kept it going though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so,
I was gone too. I came back, so I think there was a little. I don't think it was. It was me. It was my internet, and I think it could be an issue tonight, and that's okay. We'll keep going. But when I came back on, it was still going. So we had a minute or two of dead air, but it is what it is. That'll be okay. I did kind of finish my golf talk, and then Zach is going on to the state tournament with his boys team today. They're going on, and I think they have a chance to finish relatively high.
No, that's good to hear. Good for Zach and his son and the Sigourney team there. Obviously, last week we talked about them a little bit, so glad they're moving on and hope they do well at the tournament.
Yeah, they'll be. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday in Waterloo. So is their tournament. So good luck to them, and we'll probably see them this weekend and everything. So, anything else you want to talk about before we hit our topics? And I kind of previewed our topics before you got back on here, but
no, let's go ahead and get into the Indiana Fever game that happened on Saturday. We'll actually talk about what really took place, reality. Then we'll get into all the nonsense here later on in the discussion. But yep. I think they won by 35 points. They looked really good. A few key takeaways. They missed 7 shots early in the game, right around the rim or within 5 feet. So that was a little bit worrisome there in the beginning because you could tell they were the better team. But when you're watching it, as you know, in basketball, unless the shots fall, it doesn't matter if you're the better team or not. So they got that corrected. Caitlin Clark's going to play off the ball a little bit more this year. She's not going to have to run the entire offense every single possession. I think that's going to save her some energy. And there's a lot of good players on this team, so it gives them a chance to shine as well. So they're going to be more well-rounded on offense. Aaliyah Boston, she had 2 or 3 missed shots early in the game, and you could tell she was frustrated, and then she went off. I think it's going to be a big year for Aaliyah Boston. She's seeing the court really well, expecting big things out of her. Lexi Hull off the bench, 9 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 steals. If you can get that coming off the bench consistently, you're going to win 6 Women of the Year. Like I said, she was 25-1. When we spoke last week, I threw a little bet on her for that. So if she can give me 9-9 off the bench week in and week out, there's going to be a good chance to hit on that one. So the Fever looked really good. Again, first game of the year. Don't want to get too high on it, but that's about as good a victory as you can get for the first one.
And so are the Sky not as good? I mean, or was it per se a bad game for them? Or, I mean, obviously we don't know that yet, but.
Well, when they played the Brazilian national team a couple days before Indiana did, and they didn't do as good as Indiana did versus Brazil. There were some people wondering if that was a sign of things to come. And it looks like Chicago, through at least one game, is going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Don't forget last year, ESPN and a bunch of people tried to tell us that Caitlin Clark wasn't the Rookie of the Year. Not only wasn't she the Rookie of the Year, some of those lists would have 2 or 3 players ahead of them for a large majority of last season. So, Angel Reese gets a lot of hype, but her team got worse after they drafted her, and it looks like they might be even worse this year.
Yeah, and Haley Van Lith, just again another just fact of the game: 4 minutes and no points, right?
No, I think she
right. Or
she may have hit
4 points.
I think she hit a 3-point shot.
I read that wrong.
Her first shot of the game, if I remember right. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, she got in the game a little bit, but it doesn't look like Chicago has much of an identity this year. Chindy Carter, who was on the team last year, who orchestrated a lot of their offense, she's playing in Mexico or somewhere outside the United States. She's been in and out of the league many times, trying to fight teammates. She's just a head case of a player, so that's why she can't stick around. She's got the talent to stick around. She's definitely a starter in the league, but she's one of those players, just like we see in the NFL and other leagues, that she just doesn't have the mentality to be a professional. So they have no identity on offense right now.
And they got a new coach this year, and just a lot of turnover, and sometimes it doesn't work, and it definitely kind of looks that way. But yeah, the Fever are looking the part right now. I know it's one game in, but when you're the better team and you do everything you're supposed to do, that's all you can control.
Yeah, looking at a few of the stats, the Fever beat Chicago basically in everything, 19 assists to 17. One surprising one is the Fever out-rebounded Chicago 46-42. And then a few others, the Fever had 13 steals compared to 5 with Chicago, 10 blocks compared to 7. And then probably the biggest one is Chicago had 17 turnovers. Indiana only had 10. The Fever had about a 3 or 4 minute stretch where they had 3 or 4 turnovers pretty quickly. But outside of that, their turnovers were down, which is good to see. Again, I think that comes with the entire offense not having to run through Caitlin this year like last season. Gives her a little bit of rest. She's got her strength up. Her handles look better. So the Fever should protect the basketball more this year, it looks like.